I had been sitting in the corner of a room. Rays of light radiated from various candles in various spots, although the pitch blackness still enveloped me. A horror, frightened and afraid, well, an unexplainable fear was painted across my face. I had just saw the unthinkable, blood splattered across a kitchen floor. It was a murder, and the murderer had still been standing there last I saw him. I ran up to the room I am in now, but I don't know. Who knows what will happen to me? I should call for help, but the phone, it's on the kitchen wall. Honestly, I don't think there's any hope for me now. I close my eyes, counting. I hear footsteps, and I begin counting with the footsteps. The louder and closer it got, the more I started to count. 1, 2, 5, 10. I was counting because I could tell how close he was getting. And once it had reached 100, he would be right in front of me. 15, 30, 35, 50. He was moving at an alarming rate, but not running. I say he was strutting, if you know what I mean. But making jokes was the least of my worries. 70, 71, 72. He began to slow down, almost as if he wanted to give me my last and final moments to think. I began to shed tears from my eyes, realizing that this would be my final moment, that I couldn't do the things I wanted or live my life. The fact was, he was slowing down. And soon, that came to a stop. 80. He was right at the front door. I waited and waited for him to open the door. I blew out some candles around me, but who knows how much that would actually help. Of course, the house was pretty dark all around, but moonlight, the rays would shine into the room and give away my position. I couldn't think straight. I had been sweating. And I just didn't want to die. I blew out some more candles, hoping that it would be dark enough, just only. If the moon wasn't full, it would be darker than it usually was when the door was open. I kept thinking of excuses that he wouldn't be able to find me in the darkness, but I knew it was too late. I had closed my eyes once again, counting. He was in the room with me. 82, 83, 84. He was slowly creeping on me. It was dark, but he knew I was there, and I knew he was there. Even with my eyes closed, I could tell exactly where he was. 87, 88, 89. He was almost in front of me now. I could feel his knife from a distance rearing up to stab me, jolt me. I couldn't find the word I was looking for. I guess stab is the most appropriate, since that's what he was going to do. Perhaps he would aim for my neck or cut me up slowly, play with me a little. Not like that, but it was just very intense. I had been shivering as if it was 20 below Celsius. 90, 92, 93. He was taking steps closer. 94, 95, 96. I could almost feel his breath on me. 97, 98, 99. He was right there. My eyes still closed. I could feel the sharpness of his knife across my skin. He took one final step in front of me. 100. I opened my eyes and looked up at him. It was still very dark, and I couldn't see him. I doubt he could see me, as brightness does tend to leave the eyes kinda damaged per se. But all my trembling, my heavy breathing, he could tell exactly where I was. He looked me in the eyes, and I looked him in the eyes. There were no words between us, just silence. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. I wanted to yell for help, but I couldn't. Almost as if he had sliced my throat out already. Just as quickly as I had opened my eyes, a pitch blackness washed over. The pain, it flew across me. Before I had even known, he sliced my neck. Blood splattered, just as the one from the kitchen. I couldn't tell if he was smiling or had a look of rage on his face, but I felt his lust for blood. I closed my eyes, even though it was already over. I couldn't think straight. My mind was fuzzy. 94, 80, 70. He began sprinting out the house. I started counting down again. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. My mind became quieter. My conscious and thoughts started fading. 4, 3, 2,